Hello and welcome to this session. Here in this video, I am going to take you through the process of using this Excel template for making the record keeping or the bookkeeping of your small business. The first thing, you can see that this is a dashboard with some fictitious data where you have the company name, the logo, but most importantly, you can see your gross sale and the net profit, and you can bring it up from the yearly basis as well as you can see the data from the monthly basis. And also you can see your total inventory purchase if you're making inventory purchase, and it will also show you the spend based on different categories. You can define your own categories, and also you can see the total adjustment that you have done, like you have donations, expirations, samples, scrap, whatever. It will show up over here under the inventory adjustment. Also you can see the total inventory balance, how much inventory you have based on your cost of goods sales, and the total number of units on hand you have. Here you have the way to see the data based on different years, so you can filter it based on the years and everything will change. I'll just remove the filter, and you can also do the filter based on the month. Right now, this sheet shows the chart based on the total sales versus profit. The same data here you can see based on the graphical representation. Also, you can see the total spend by category. That means it shows you how much % of your expense went to which category. In this chart, you can see the average order value. Here you can see in 2022 or 2021 what was my average orders, total number of orders, and how much was my average order value. These are the basic numbers and analytics you can see on the main page, main dashboard. Now you can move on to the profit and loss P&L, and here you can see that in 2021 this much was my net purchase, this much was my net overhead, and this much was my inventory adjustment, and then net sales, and then other income, and the sales tax. So finally was a loss of 4,700 in 2022 based on my CSS data. This is what I see. Here you can see the same thing, the same graph over here, but this data will be important for you to take it for a tax filing, because that's how you see your total income, total expense, and your net profit. Now, in order to get to this point, you need to maintain some form of data, and that is important because if you maintain that data, it will be easier for you to do the data entry. And first thing that you need to maintain is your item master. Like if you're selling products, like if you are a store selling the garments or clothes, then you can maintain your list of products and put a proper description. Then you can provide your selling price, your cost of goods sold, that means your total cost associated with making that product ready for sale. Then you can also define your custom categories and maintain these categories on this list. And whenever you enter any data, just make sure that you do not have any blank rows. If you have any blank rows, just drag it up so that there is no blank rows. Otherwise, it will create problem with the query. And then you can maintain your purchase price. You can come back and change it at a later point also. Your dashboard will show you the current purchase price. If you want to maintain a history, then I would suggest to go for a new sheet or duplicate the complete Excel and then change the purchase price if you want to do that. Here in this sheet, you maintain your on-hand quantity, and the only reason to do that is to make sure that you have a visibility of total quantities and the total value. So first of all, you just select your items. It will populate automatically the sale price, the COGS, the categories, everything will automatically come in. Just for example, if I select this number 16, and you see that everything populates automatically. So if I know that I have like 10 units on hand and I have not purchased, so this value will come from the purchase order. I'll show you how it comes. Now you can see the inventory value is 1996 based on the selling price and the cost of goods sold. like 2 times 10. I think it's not exactly 2, but some certain fraction of it. And you can see that once I make a purchase, it will update the units purchase. Let's go ahead and quickly do a purchase. It's number 16. I'll go to inventory purchase. I'll just give a number, any purchase order number, and I select a supplier. I need to define the supplier beforehand. Suppose I buy this from this supplier, and today is suppose 9/25, and the item description was 16 that I added there. Now I have the purchase price not defined for this, so let's see that maybe I can buy it for like $4, and I have ordered like 250 units, and then I've also received 250 units, and then the taxes were paid like $30, and shipping was maybe $20. Now you can see that the total amount is $10.50 that has been paid. You can also keep a track of whether it was invoiced or not invoiced, or whether your invoice was paid or not. So you can keep a track of, and you can keep the invoice number also. Now here, since we have added 250 units, you can go back to the on hand and see that number 16, it has updated to 250 purchased and 10. So it will be total 260 units on hand. You can see the gross on hand and the net on hand. So the net on hand is the number that will be visible for all the calculation, because this one will show everything even if you make a sale for a certain number of units. Okay, and this is what a quantity on hand shows. Similarly, you can maintain the customer list. Here it has the customer name, customer number. You have to give a unique number here, and if you want to track the customer email, phone number, these are all non-mandatory, but it's always good to keep a track of your customers so that you can get repeat business. Also, in the next tab, you have supplier master, where you can maintain the supplier details, all the supplier name, number, the site, the contact detail from the supplier side, contact phone number, so that you have everything in one place. And when you are opening or when you're creating a PO, you just need to enter the supplier name, and that will fulfill and fill in automatically all other details. And we'll see that. For inventory purchase, this is where you are making a purchase order from your suppliers for the finished good item. So suppose that's what we did just now. We bought this product from ABC company and for 200 units. So that's how everything got populated from the supplier details and the item details. Here is the inventory adjustment. So suppose you lost some products, maybe today only, once I received the product, there was some damage and I have to adjust my inventory. And in that case, if I suppose do inventory adjustment for number 16 for suppose 8 units, then I can select my reason code, why it was, maybe I'll just say that it was scrapped. Now the total inventory will get deducted by 8 units. If I go back to my on hand, it shows now 252 because my inventory got deducted from 268 units were removed. I think this calculation is little incorrect, but this one is correct. So always go by net on hand. Now go back to the sales orders. Here every order, if you want to track it, you can give the order number. Suppose the same item today, I got a sale for suppose an order number came up. Let me just enter an order number, and I have a customer already identified. Suppose Steve is my customer and he has taken like 10 units. Previously you remember that we had 258. Now if I have sold 10 units, I have given like 8% discount, and also shipping cost $10, $2 processing fee, and sales tax. You can maintain your sales tax over here for your state. If it is 6.5%, you maintain it over here. Now you can see that in the on hand you have 242 units left because you've already sold 10 units or 10 units to Steve. That way your on hand will automatically adjust, and then here you can maintain your other income source that you want to manage or you want to show in your profit and loss, and you can define your income categories so that if you have different channels in your business, you can maintain over here and show the income. Or even if you show expense, it has to be in expense. We have a separate category, a separate sheet here, which is the non-inventory purchase and expenses. You can add everything or anything that you want under these expense categories so that it will club everything according to these categories. And finally, you have a create PO, where if you want to create a PO quickly, you just use your item descriptions and it will populate everything, so you don't have to add too much details. Put your unit of measure and then number of quantities. Suppose I want to buy 6 units of them, it will auto calculate. And if you want to put the tax rate over here, just put the rate and everything will be all good to go. You can just print it out and send it or email it to the supplier. You have dashboard like buttons built in so that you can quickly go back and forth from different sheets. If you want to create a PO, just click over here. It will take you to this page. Just go back here. It is simple to use and easy to maintain. Should not be very complicated. And you can always use these filters to filter for different years. If you have any questions or any extra business needs, let me know in the comments so that I can put it into this Excel sheet and make it available. You can always find the link below in this description if you want to download this and use it for your small business. This is very easy and you don't have to pay for a recurring software to just manage your small business. It's easy to maintain in an Excel sheet if you want to, or if you can have somebody else maintain it for you. It's not that complicated. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. If you have any question, let me know. Bye-bye.